Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob. I'll be your dungeon master for tonight. We're back with Wild Beyond the Witchlight. How's it going, everybody?
Good.
One good. It's been so long.
I missed you all.
Yeah, I forgot who I'm playing. It's been so long.
What's happening in the story now?
Me too. I forgot who I'm playing. Oh, wait. Everybody else. Got it. Pretty simple. We got CJ back with us. CJ, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Look at you. You've got like half of an invisibility spell going on. Looks like if you reach to the right, it's... Oh, look at that. It's amazing.
It's a magic portal.
Yeah. I still don't know how you do that, so... I mean, actually, I do, but... I don't, really. It's magic. Look at that shirt you got on.
Yeah. Well, okay, I want to say Wild Beyond the Witchlight. It's Rime of the Frost Maiden. That's the one. Rime of the Frost Maiden. Go watch it. It's great. We did it. It's all of it. Go watch it. Me and these people. I was this one. And then these other people were there too.
Full of spoilers.
Also, Dasha was there. She's not on the shirt. She didn't make the shirt. She was an NPC. So I won't make the shirt for this campaign either. So
no, don't worry about that. You're playing just a minor role. A minor role. Important one, but a minor role, as Scorpio Oil can. We'll talk about you when we do some character intros here. Actually, though, and this is for something I think might have happened with my Zoom or OBS. So I'm just going to do a quick test here because everyone loves to test things live.
Yeah,
going to see if you can all hear.
Nobody heard me.
No, well, it looks like they could hear because we got comments in the chats and they're responding to things that we've talked about. So welcome, Joseph. How's it going? He says, hashtag, ooh, Team Rogal. Sorry, CJ.
Wow. Wow.
Oof.
Ouch.
You don't see too many Team Edmund t-shirts, do you?
No.
There's 3 of us. There's somewhere out there.
Well, let's
Team
test.
Alan? Come on, guys.
Yeah, let's test out some audio here. So I'm going to switch over the audio to what I normally have it on, the channel I normally have it on, and let's see if we can hear us. All right, so right now, let's have a test. Mike, can you hear Mike? I hear him. I don't know if you can hear him. Okay, maybe that's a no. CJ? This is. Can anybody hear us? Is there anybody out there? Well, I hope you can hear us because this is what it should be. It lets me control your audio separately. So I'm gonna go with this. I think this should be working. We'll see. Oh, it's not on Twitch? Oh. We got a comment that says yes, that can be heard. Ah. Okay. Okay. I'm going to switch back over. Maybe just me. Yeah, we hear Bob. I see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. All right. We'll try it. Else we should be able to hear you all now.
In the YouTube.
I think
Go ahead. You can speak now.
I think it's working now.
Yeah, I think it's working now. All right. Well, just a couple of fun little things that always come up when you're doing something live. So
I was really excited. I thought you were going to have to voice all of our characters for the session.
That'd be something.
What if we had done the whole session in pantomime?
Yeah. Yeah. Your shirt is backwards, CJ, because you're mirrored on the Zoom. You got to unmirror yourself. Come on now. Rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we're going to get started because, I know that everyone loves to see audio issues live, but this is Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and we haven't played in 2 weeks, so we need a little bit of a recap. We need to introduce our characters. I think it's probably going to be good for all of us to kind of talk a little about where we left off first. So we'll just say you last left off about to talk to Granny Nightshade. You're talking to Granny, whose real name is Scabatha. You requested an audience from her, from the goblins outside in the candy market. And once you got to her parlor, which is like kind of like the front of Loomlurch, that's when we stopped. You really didn't have too much to discuss, but there's a little bit more lead up here as to why you're here, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's introduce the characters. It has been 3 weeks, really, since we played last. Naturally, then, we'll start with Dasha. Go ahead.
Of course. Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be back after 3 weeks playing Siggy, the fairy rogue. She will probably get herself into some trouble here. She's already, eaten. I think she ate bad candy, bad dessert that is not good to eat, and suffered some sort of consequences that I'm struggling to remember at the moment because it's been so long. But she tends to eat just random things she finds, as young children do. So we'll see how this goes.
Now, you had no ill effects of those candy treats, right? It was just Quentin?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, everybody else got interesting
Quentin is-
effects, but they were just grossed out.
Right. Quentin is actually poisoned, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm not poisoned. No, I'm tiny.
No, you're poisoned and tiny.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know
I don't
what?
have that on my conditions.
I did have an effect. I remember. I think everything my hands touch will turn red, something like that. But I put my gloves
yeah.
on, so nothing will actually happen. But I don't remember what happened to cause that. I ate
Yeah.
something or I
The
touched
candy.
something.
Yeah, so your fingers leave inedible stains on anything you touch, correct? That's what it was.
Yes, but
Oh,
I've got
sorry,
my gloves
indelible,
on.
not inedible, geez. Indelible stains on anything you touch.
Well, stains usually aren't edible, so.
Well, you never know. If it's something smeared, you might be able to lick it off.
Mhm.
We'll see. But no, you
That's a
cannot.
sentence you don't hear every day.
Yeah. Yeah. So your candy treats left marks on your fingers, but however, I'm looking at the rules here. Yes, Randall, Quentin is poisoned for
Sorry, for how long?
for a significant amount of time that you don't know.
So I know that the effect lasts like an hour.
Yes,
but I thought
you're shrunk for an hour.
I don't
correct.
remember being poisoned at all.
Well, it's right here. I have the rules here, and you failed your saving throw. So that's what happens when you fail your saving throw. So, yeah, it's just been a while. It's been a while. That might be it.
Been a while.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's
But
terrible.
Let's go to Quentin and tell us about you and.
Well,
how bad
he
you
suddenly lost all of his confidence. But I'm Randall. I'm playing Quentin Queen, a human eloquence bard who got poisoned and shrunk down to be a wee little lad. And all in an effort to distract goblins away from Siggy. And I was excited to fight Scabbard, but now I'm very afraid because I'm poisoned.
Right. Exactly. Not fun anymore.
I thought I was just going to be tiny. Now I'm tiny and vomiting.
Yeah. Retching. Yeah. All right. Let's jump up to Christian. Or the monarch,
right.
I should say.
Hi everyone, I'm playing Boomy, the Azamar cleric. I'm pretty sure last episode I may have said something that almost got us in trouble, or may have gotten us really close to being in trouble.
Ooh, what was that?
Didn't I mentioned one of the sisters, or I mentioned the tea. I said I hope the tea tastes better here
right.
than it did.
I covered it.
You did. That's like the last thing I remember.
Mhm.
Was saying something. I was like, shouldn't have said that.
That's right. Yes, I do remember. You did sit down to tea, and you made a mention of Bavlorna, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see how that works. Mike, tell us about Oscar.
All right, I'm playing Professor Oscar Tennant, who has been lost in the Feywild for some time. He's an artificer who is a professor back in, I believe, Baldur's Gate. I said, or Neverwinter. I think I change it every session at this point.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah, and he is trying to find his way back to where he belongs and tag along with the group in the hopes of figuring it out.
It's possible he's forgotten at this point.
Yeah,
Who knows?
It certainly is.
Who knows? It's been a long time. And
Did we know his last name?
Oscar
before that?
Tennant?
Did we know it? Oh, okay. I was curious if I had forgotten it or if that was a lore drop.
Ooh, lore drop. Love it. Love it. And you know what else I love? Oil cans. You know who else loves to play oil cans? CJ. CJ?
Guy.
Who you playing?
Oh, hey there, guys. Name's Squirt. Just your everyday average oil can. Just hanging out here with my friends. Hanging out, looking for my friends. My children friends. Oscar, Nal and Sung, Wendell, Caliban, Pud. I love Pud. He's a great guy. So yeah, it's just me hanging out here with these guys, just looking for my friends, hoping to reunite them all together and get us out of this witch's hut, get them all safe, because that's my job. I'm their protector a little bit, if you think that's how it is. Yeah, to help them all out.
Yes, you are. You are here to help. And
Here to help.
you're here to help because you've been trapped by Granny Nightshade yourself.
Yeah,
You're an
I
oil
was,
can.
and I need more boglin oil. I gotta
Bog-
get that oil.
Boglin? Boggle?
Boggle oil. That's what it is. Boggle oil. Give me that boggle oil.
That's right. You are an animated
Because
oil can.
I can't get it right. Every time I get stuff wrong, it's because I don't have enough oil.
You're low.
I get the names wrong. I get the stuff wrong. It's really hard to
The
do
character
all
arc.
of this with only a third of my capacity.
You just have low blood sugar. That's your
That's it.
Yeah.
that's your problem.
The character arc's going to be awesome. It's going to go so quick. As soon as you get some bog oil, it's going to transform completely.
Don't worry. You should hear my voice when I get full of oil.
Oh boy.
Silky
We'll see.
smooth.
We'll see if
Like
it
the hum
gets
of an engine.
if it can get any smoother than that. All right. So let's just do a quick recap. So you are here to save children. And the real thing here is that you want to make sure that you're getting all the children out of Skabatha's clutches, and that none of the other children you're here with get captured, because you're here with Will of the Wild and the Getaway Gang. So you were here because Will of the Wild had an idea. It was kind of a crazy idea to come in and basically just do a jailbreak, but that's what's happening. You're helping by distracting Skabatha. So when you got to the Loomlurch, the big, large tree trunk that's basically been made into her hideout, her base, you are going to go in and request an audience. Will is going to head towards the kitchen with, I believe, Lemon, right? Lemon and the Displacer Beast. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm mixing up.
The
Maybe
kids
it's
in
just
the forest had the Displacer Beast.
gotcha. So maybe it was just Lemon and Will.
Yeah.
And then on the other
Cloak.
side was going to be the other three children, the Displacer Beast, Star, and they were going to go in through the gardens where they knew that there would be scarecrows that sound alarm when they see intruders. So the plan is surefire, right? Distraction goes off on the west. You are with Skabatha, distracting her here, and try to get her to not go back into Loomlurch, while Will sneaks into the kitchen and up to the where the kids still sleep, the dormitories, the workshop, all the places the kids might be working. It's early in the morning, but still, the kids will probably be starting their jobs for the day and getting to work. So gather all the kids and hightail it out of there. Now, killing Skabatha is a possibility, but it's not necessary, I guess, in all of your eyes. I think you had mentioned just getting the kids safe was the goal. And Squirt obviously wants to do that as well, but get some boggle oil on the way. And I think that's it, right? That's where we left off. You headed to Scabata. You're having tea, and you're asking some questions, getting to know each other.
I'm also keeping my eye out for any paintings I can find.
Ah, yes, of course.
I do not end up enslaved to a Bavlorna.
That's right. Yes, you don't want to be enslaved, and you are here to also find a painting that you're supposed to be procuring for Bavlorna.
I want to be careful about touching any paintings there.
Definitely.
Well, I have to do what I have to do. Don't want to serve Bavlorna until I die.
So just make sure you don't ruin it with those hands of yours.
I have my gloves on.
I'm just saying.
And in the chat, let me know how the audio is working, if you can even hear the background music or not, because of the audio troubles. I don't want to make sure I don't have really a good sense of where the levels should be. So let me know if things are too loud, they're not coming through, and I can always adjust. All right, everybody. Part 2, Loomlurch. I'm going to reread the section where you actually meet Scabata, just because I think it's been a while and it would be good for all of our memories here. You've entered into the parlor. This chamber is nestled between the walls of twisted roots, through gaps in which you can see the eerily beautiful woodlands surrounding you. A closed wooden door stands opposite the root bridge that leads to this room, although you promptly opened it and entered the room. In the center, you can see there are 4 armchairs encircling a small table laid out for tea service, and a painted wooden box 3 feet on a side rests in the corner. You can see a crank protrude from one side of it, causing it to resemble an oversized jack-in-the-box. And when you entered, you sat down. I believe Scabata had tea poured out for you, and you introduced yourselves to her. And then you started to talk. And you talked about Bavlorna. But really, Granny Nightshade was just interested in hearing why you were here. And that's when we cut off. So why don't you tell us again? Tell Granny Nightshade why you're here.
Tabletop. Why are we here?
What's that? We know why we're here. What's our excuse for being here?
Yeah.
This
Where we
is
like
on you guys. Oscar's following you.
we had basically faked it with the goblins to say we wanted to like work out some sort of business deal. I vaguely remember, but I don't remember who we said we work for.
I thought we just heard a lot about Bavlorna, Scabata, and we're like, wow, we want to meet you. You're so cool.
It's been so long.
I don't
Quick, somebody
remember.
go speed watch the last episode.
Yeah. Yeah, in the chat, what was our excuse that we mentioned?
I think it was something to do with like, you had heard of her, like, I don't know, her either her power or her she had a sort of a, she's kind of infamous, and you wanted to meet the legend or something like that.
The king wanted to introduce himself to his subjects.
What?
The
What?
monarch. The monarch.
The monarch. Yeah, Christian. Yeah. She did have to bow to you as well. Yeah, she bowed to you when you came.
So ridiculous.
I mean, I'm happy.
The new monarch is going around introducing himself to all his new subjects. No, is that not?
I mean, I did bow as best I could.
So
I'm happy to keep playing that up as well as like just flattery of like, oh, we heard so much about you and your candy making business with the goblins.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
So what does Granny Nightshade say to us?
A monarch? Subjects? Oh, dearie. I think you've got this a little confused. You've let the monarchy go to your head. Yes, it's an honor, but you do not rule or lead in any real tangible way. In fact, I could command you. I'm the ruler of this domain.
which is why I was just passing by. We've heard you had the best candy in the land, and me and my best friend Siggy over here love candy, and we just wanted to try out as much as we can.
Give
And
me
I
a
care about the process of how you got this business started, how you make the candy. How does who's the manager of this grand operation? You yourself must be so busy with other higher matters. Who runs this place? How does it function so well?
Give me a persuasion check. Either of you, I'll let you have advantage on it because you're diverting with the candy.
You want to do it, Christian?
I have a +2. I don't know what you have.
I have a +4. I will do it.
We're not showing roll 20 right now, so just call out your numbers.
17 with advantage.
Oh, you flatter me. I have very little to do with the candy making, but Chucklehead, the one who fetched me, she told me a lot about the candy making process. It's quite fascinating. The ingredients are locally sourced.
Organic, I hope.
Of course.
Free range.
Some magically. Free range. Yeah. But I don't do much with the actual candy making. I do it here. It's for the children, of course.
And
Is it everything?
It is. It really is. I believe that these children are safest here with me. I do what I do because I love them so much.
You hear a mumbling from from Oscar's bag.
And what is it that you do, Granny Nightshade? What is it that you do that takes up all your precious time?
The toy making can be tedious, but it's not really for the toys. It's for the children to learn respect, responsibility, a trade. I'm helping them.
Is there a reason all these children are alone or have been abandoned, or do they not have families of their own?
I'm sorry, dear. You haven't drank any of your tea, and I know you must be thirsty here. And she points to Oscar as the mumbling in your bag kind of gets a little louder. She points to you and pours from the teapot a glass full of that hot, steamy water.
How does it smell?
It smells pretty good, like tea. Nothing like Bavlorna's tea.
I'm gonna do an insight check if that's possible. It's not very
Yeah.
good, but I'd like to.
You could do an insight, see if she's trying to goad you into drinking it.
That should not be. That's 13.
A 13.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, other people have drank the tea, and she seems to have poured it for everyone, including herself, from the same pot. You don't think that there could be some nefarious intentions?
All right. Yeah, I'll take a sip then if I'm pretty sure that she's not at the very least poisoned us.
Right. Exactly. You take a sip, and it does taste like tea. It's not unordinary. It's nothing spectacular, but it's tea. Probably the first tea you've had in a while, right?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, maybe first good tea.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure he's going around and trying to make his own home brew.
Didn't we say
things
Charles
out of
kind of is like an
swamp.
espresso machine? Doesn't
Oh yes,
doesn't he?
Charles could definitely heat some water for you.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Some of the finest tea I've ever had.
Oh, thank you. It's from my own tea leaves. I grow them here.
Oh, are you a botanist?
I'd like to fancy myself a bit of a green thumb. And she holds her hands out, and her hands are actually look wooden, but they're painted. The thumb is painted green.
Chuckles.
Now, you monarch, Boomy it is, right?
That is correct.
You look so familiar. I can't place it.
I feel like at this point I would stand, smile, like, you know, I'm.
Would it not be? Would it even be possible not to recognize his grace? Of course, he gives you familiarity. You see every good thing you've seen in another human being in the monarch before you.
Oh, I'm sure that's true. I'm sure you're a fantastic monarch. But there's something. Have we met before? Have you been here? Have I seen you in another life? You frozen, Christian?
You froze.
It really.
Meditating.
I really
his
thought he
eye,
was
yeah, he's
hanging
just
on.
full meditation.
I really thought he was hanging on this moment. If Christian cuts out, we'll have to cut back to the wait screen. I don't know. We got to get on these internet companies here. These internet companies really messing us up lately. But well, hopefully, I feel bad. Christian frozen like a very unfortunate pose. We'll see.
It looks actually, to be honest, very distinguished.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there we go.
We'll bring him back in a sec. Hold on, everybody. Sorry about that. Be right back. All right,
So
everybody.
yeah, that's why you should join the Patreon, you guys.
That's what I was doing. I logged off because I felt like I had to join
You
Patreon.
had to just join the Patreon. Yeah, I know, because there's so
And-
many great things in the Patreon. The maps, the possibility to join a campaign with
Yep.
Bobby. Oh, are we
You're-
back?
Your name
I'm
gets
sorry.
put at the end of the game. You know,
Yeah,
at the
you
end
get
of the
to
stream.
be
Oh my god, you're so
featured
corny.
on the stream. It's just there's so many great rewards on the Patreon. But we're back, so I'm sorry, Bobby. Did I interrupt?
No, it was great. Thank you, CJ. Appreciate it. You're always supporting the show. Yeah, sorry, everybody.
Yeah, that was just so candid.
Yeah, it was so candid. It was beautiful. It's nice when it works out like that. We're back. Christian decided
Bonus.
he didn't want to play anymore, and then I had to call him and get him back, and we're here now, so we're going to play. So, Christian, you were just asked a question
Yes.
by Scabatha, a.k.a.
What?
Granny Nightshade.
What was it again? It was because I know you just cut it off right when you said it.
Yeah, she said that she believes she knows you from somewhere. Do you know each other? Perhaps you've met elsewhere in another life?
I was gonna say this. Does Scabs look familiar to me at all?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say, no. I how could I forget someone like you? I would never be able to forget a face like yours.
Well, I guess that's true. But you do look so familiar. Ah, well. Anyway, the rest of you. You're all here to see the workshop and chat with me?
Yes, we've been waiting to meet you, and we also noticed how beautiful this land of yours is. It takes a true artist to curate such a peaceful, beautiful place. Do you partake in art yourself?
Art? Not so much. I would consider myself more of a gardener. She takes out a couple of various mushrooms from her pocket. I love to grow all sorts of things, even ones that decompose others. And she puts out these. They're all actually pretty cool looking. I wonder if there's artwork. I think I could give you artwork, but I know how I am with art. So let's see if I can find it. But yeah, there's a whole slew of different mushrooms, yellow, bright, vibrant ones, to the more whitish gray, kind of cap mushrooms.
Are those edible, or are those the ones that you say decompose?
I do. Look at this. There is an art handout. I'm gonna switch over to Roll20 so you can all see this, even our viewers.
Ooh.
Oh.
She takes out a variety of these mushrooms. Yes,
One on the
many
end
of-
looks like an oyster mushroom.
Yeah, many of them are edible. Yeah.
Do you just keep all the different sorts of mushrooms in the same pocket? I would imagine that could lead to quite unfortunate accidents of grabbing the wrong mushroom. Although I
dearie.
suppose these are all quite unique.
Dearie, I've been working with this fungus for so long. I know them like the back of my hand.
Could
I think
you
that's cool.
could you educate us on these?
Yes, I could. It's so rare, she takes a sip from her tea, that you have people come and ask you questions that you actually like to answer. And she goes on and explains this one here, and I'm going to go just in order here, left to right, is butterfly saddle. Yes, these yellow toadstools have ruffled saddle-shaped caps, and they're great in many recipes. Elder cap, the white and gray one she points to. This one could cause a bit of a magical effect. It can cause you to see some illusions. It can always be fun.
Siggy looks at Boomy like illusions.
the executioner's executioner's hood. And she points to the one in the middle that looks more foreboding. It has a hood-shaped cap, obviously, you can see it. This is one that I would not eat. Or at least...
A name like that, I don't
Yes.
doubt your advice.
anyone I would consider a friend. I would not give it to them. But the Hummingbrella, it's the more brighter parasol-shaped cap. That one is actually, you can see it's got this like liquidy nectar that is dripping from the cap. This will make you feel much better after eating something like the Executioner's Hood. And finally, Prickle Noggin. The mushroom has a spiny sort of growth coming out of its cap. The hat's Prickle Noggin caps are very popular in the Fey courts. And Randall, you might even have received one as a gift before. Kind of like you would receive a flower.
I can't tell if I can't tell if I would like turn to the person sitting next to me. I can't tell if the Hummingbrella is like an antidote or is it hallucinogenic?
Would you like to try one?
Well,
I would have if she says
Yes.
that I would immediately look at Siggy.
I would. I mean, I'm always open to new things. I've actually seen the Prickle Noggin, and they are quite beautiful. They honestly, they remind me of home. But I have always had a fascination with the Hummingbrella. It's such a beautiful sort of, well, natural occurrence. You don't see many things like it. You don't see many things like the Executioner's Hood either, but I don't particularly want to eat that.
Quentin is the ultimate brown noser.
Yeah.
She would
I
go
built
far.
this character to brown nose.
The ultimate brown noser. She'll pull off one of the prickle noggins and give it to each of you.
So
Thank
I
you.
can't persuade to get the Hummingbrella.
Is that just, it wasn't just like praising her for growing it, you want one?
No, it was genuinely trying to get the Hummingbrella.
Yeah,
sounds
she'll
okay.
give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll give it to you. Yes. You've been so nice having tea, asking her lovely questions. She's no persuasion check needed.
Could I try the butterfly?
Yeah.
saddle?
I want to try the one that gets you happy and sees illusion.
You know what? Why don't we all head out to the garden? I can pull a few more for you.
That would be lovely. I would
Thanks,
love
Granny.
to see your mycology farm. It's fascinating.
Wait, do we know where the garden is?
We need to keep her here.
Yeah,
You
because
don't.
we need to keep her. We need to keep her in like a specific place.
Come,
Wait,
Yeah,
come.
I mean,
The tea
you
can
guys
wait.
Can say that, but
The tea can wait. Come. Let's go to
well-
the garden.
Granny,
I-
I'm sorry. Achoo! I'm having so many allergies outside. There's pollen from the achoo! And
Oh,
she just
dear.
keeps like sneezing.
It's-
Alistair's
it's-
forgotten.
It is
The
true.
entire-
She does have quite significant hay fever.
Oh.
It
Give her
really
the-
flares up.
Give her the Hummingbrella. Stop staring and give it to her.
Would it cure allergies?
Of course. Give it to her. Now.
All right, here you go, Siggy.
That was for me.
I'm okay. I think I can, as long as I stay inside and don't go outside too much. Having been outside just now for so
She-
long traveling, I think it's getting to me. But I think I just need some time inside to sip this nice tea.
She gets up in the middle of your protesting, and she grabs the the Hummingbrella from
Force me.
Quentin, and she's going to rip off the cap. You could see some of the sticky liquid kind of ooze out of it, and then she's going to shove it into your face. She reaches over, and her hand comes towards you, and you can see that her hand, which looks very much wooden, you can see as she reaches out and moves, tiny little bugs, little like ants or small little other crawling bugs, start to maneuver in and out of the joints where her hand and wrist attach, and she reaches out to you to put it in your mouth.
how far is she like shoving it in actively or
like a pushy grandmother would.
Okay. I guess I'll eat it. Sure. I guess
That
I'll
was for me. I needed to be cured.
It drips you taste the sweet nectar as the fleshy meat of the mushroom kind of you chews up in your mouth, but the nectar really mixes well with the saliva, and it kind of makes some sort of an elixir that you would believe is going to heal you. You don't have any actual allergies, so
No.
nothing is really affecting you, but it does feel like it would, in a way, cause you to be healthier. Maybe not hit point damage, but, healthier.
Okay. She didn't give me the whole thing, right? Just the top of it? Is
Just the
there
cap.
rest of it
Yeah,
though?
she ripped off the cap and shoved it in your mouth.
That's where all the nutrition is.
He still has the stem that he also eat?
Yeah, the stem, sure, why not?
Okay. So you still got half of it.
You
No,
got the stump.
Those are different parts of the mushroom.
It's still a mushroom. It's still the
Do you-
same mushroom.
Would you rather have the muffin top or the muffin stump?
I'll have whatever.
I'll throw out the muffin stump. There's no use
That's
in the
very
muffin
wasteful.
stump.
As long, yeah, because I was thinking, like, if she gave her just the top, then Quentin still has the bottom, and he can eat that and be cured.
Well, yeah, but typically with mushrooms, it is the
I'm just
head.
trying to help you here.
I'm just saying.
I'm trying to help you out here.
She'll,
Don't worry, Quentin. I'm sure there are more in the garden, and I'm sure she would be more than happy to give us one more to try.
Yes, the tea can wait. We'll get some more mushrooms.
Well,
I'm so happy to
where
meet
is
fellow...
the garden? Is it
botanists.
far?
What?
Is it far? The garden? I only ask because we've been. Well, we came in such a haste to see you. Well, we had heard such great rumors of your home and your splendor that we quite neglected our own physical limitations and I regret to say we did push ourselves a bit too far. So I would greatly appreciate just a nice rest in this lovely parlor.
Yes, and I'd
Give
love
me
to
a-
finish my tea.
Give me a persuasion check, Quentin.
Okay. I mean, it's probably going to be an 18 because I'm rolling with disadvantage because I'm poisoned.
Sure.
But let's see. Maybe I'll roll real well.
An 18.
18.
18 it is.
Oh, that wasn't supposed to be with advantage. I was meant to roll with
I'm taking the... Yeah, I'll take the
But yeah,
disadvantage roll.
so
Yeah,
18.
yeah. She looks at you all and shrugs. Fair enough. I can understand you've come a long way. In fact, how did you end up in thither? And she'll take her thumb, the green thumb, and she'll use the thumb, Dasha, to wipe some of the juice that dripped out of Siggy's mouth. She'll, like, wipe it off of your chin.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. She's just, like, confused.
Full grandma.
Yeah, Grandma. Thank you.
Grandma, come on.
Babushka.
So what do you say, group? She looks to all of you. How did you get to thither?
Well, I don't know about the rest of them, but I've been lost here for some time. I've been trying to get back home, but most of the mushroom rings I've encountered don't function properly.
Yes, that's true. They don't function, no. You say you've been here for a long time?
I mean, here, there, a few different places, but in this region, yes.
Well, then you've been one of my subjects, and I hadn't even known it. All of you are here for many years?
I would look over at them. I don't believe they would. Maybe.
No,
I
not
barely know
long. We honestly, we have not spent much time here. That was not our journey to you. So no, we have not been here long. I don't think even a week. I think a little under a week, actually.
Oh. So you've all met, made friends. Excellent. Excellent. Well, again, welcome to my domain. I can assure you it's way better than hither or yon.
Yes, I do confess we did come through hither, and which is how we had heard of Bavlorna in our travels to come to you. It is quite a wretched place, especially in comparison to the beauty that is thither.
Ah, the old bog, yes.
Why is
nothing.
that?
Bavlorna likes things moist?
We are vomiting from your backpack.
I had an oil can that used to hate that word. Now I can say it as much as I want.
Do you visit the bog often?
No, if I can avoid it, no. I usually write to my sisters, keep up to date on what's going on. In fact, I expect my sister here anytime soon. Bavlorna should be arriving shortly.
Shortly.
I would believe so, yes.
Oh, when did you arrange this this visit?
Oh, semi-regularly we meet for tea here.
Ah. That's were you planning to have her today?
I don't know. Whenever she shows up.
Does your other sister come for these visits as well?
Endolin, yes, you know of Endolin?
Well, I heard there was a trio of you, and I mean, again, I've been here for some time.
Yes, of course. Yes, Endolin is, she does come from time to time when she's not putting on one of her theater plays.
Oh, is she a performer herself?
She likes to think of it, perhaps. I'll admit she's a bit dreadful, but...
Thespian. Interesting.
I think...
Where does she live?
You know
I
what?
much prefer botany. I think what you do is fascinating.
Me too. Yes, I agree with you. Granny, I have some talents, and many of people do not appreciate those talents. But you know what? I just remembered. Yes, Boomy. I think I know why you're here. I think I know why all of you are here. And I'll be honest, I'm a bit hurt that you weren't upfront with me about it.
I'm
She
sorry,
looks at all
but
of you.
like I mentioned earlier, I don't recognize you. I don't. You must be thinking of someone else.
No.
Can I roll an insight check to see if I think she actually knows, or if she's doing the like cop thing of?
Sure.
I really wish I had better insight, guys. I'm such a good liar, but I'm so bad at telling if others are lying. I really wish insight was off of charisma. Oh,
An 11?
11.
Yeah, no. She seems to be all over the place with her, like, her conversation, her mind state and thoughts. She's happy, then she's serious. I think that this is just more of you're seeing a hard to read pattern. She says,
By the way, are the mushrooms still out on the table?
Yeah.
There.
Why, you want to sleight of hand one?
No, I was just wondering if they were still out.
Yeah, still out.
I'm definitely not a sleight of hander.
But I am.
That's true.
Wink, wink.
I'll do it when the moment presents itself.
Okay. She says, you know what? I think I know what you came here for. You came here for a tour.
That sounds lovely.
Come,
But
I
you always
insist.
told us.
We can stay indoors where it's comfortable. We won't have to go trudging through the mud and the gardens. But come, I'll show you a bit of the place.
Yeah, your
Siggy's
hospitality
just like
is most
frantically
welcome.
looking. Siggy's frantically just like looking between like Randall and Oscar and
Yes,
Boomy
between
and
Randall and Oscar.
Randall and Oscar, Quentin and Oscar and Boomy.
Looks at Oscar and looks straight into the camera. Do forgot what I was about to ask.
How much
Yep.
time has passed since we got here, and how long was the estimate for our friends to get in and out?
You've been here probably for, I don't know, how long you stayed outside with the goblins? Maybe what, half an hour?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe at most you've been here an hour?
And what was the time estimate for Will starting his side of the plan?
Yeah, within the hour. Yeah, within the hour.
So they could be in and out already. Or they could
Oh,
be in
no,
the process
no.
of getting-
You would have heard the scarecrow.
Yeah, there would have been like a commotion.
Oh, okay.
Do you happen to have we've seen the exterior beauty of your land and your home, and you mentioned art before. I'm curious. Someone of such fine and cultivated taste must have a lovely collection of art. Do you have any things like that? That would be lovely to see what sorts of things you adorn your home with from the inside and not just the outside. Any sorts of statues or paintings or well, really any sort of art.
How did you know that I have artwork here in my home?
Well, you mentioned art before, and I mean, seeing your home from the outside, I mean, would you not expect beauty to be both without and within?
I have something I could perhaps show you that you'd be interested in. And especially you, Boomy. I believe I do have something you would like.
She's gonna
Eager to see what you have to show.
like show us a painting of Boomy.
Come. Come with me. Come.
It's food. It's always food.
Come. Come with me. Come. Can you see the door here?
Yes.
Blam. Doors open. She opens up the door into the workshop. And in here, I think I described this scene to you last time. It's the workshop that has Null and a couple of other kids that are getting ready to work. I'll just read you the description once more because it's been a while. Flickering lanterns illuminate the cluttered workshop, filled with soft ambient music produced by bells and chimes. Parts of toys are heaped onto the tables. You have leering dolls' heads, half-built rocking horses, unpainted wooden balls, and stuffed limbs of soft toys. A stove at the back of the room holds a saucepan of smelting metal. There are a bunch of doors that exit the workshop. There's the doors to the left, which are to the west, northwest, I guess, over here. You have the door you came in, and the door at the opposite end to the north. And then you have, obviously, the big window that leads out into the courtyard where you can see Chucklehead and the goblins. 3 young children are gathered here around a wooden work table. The drow boy was the one that was prancing on the tabletop, but now he is quickly at work on the rocking horse. And there are 2 other, a halfling girl and a human girl, who are sitting there and eyeing you all nervously, trying to also help the boy finish the rocking horse. The boy is drow, and 2 of the girls are halfling and a human.
Remind me, is this a door? Like, is there an exit? Is there a way to get between here, like the workshop, and the outside directly, or no?
There is. So you gather that through this large window, you could exit. That's how you spoke to the kids inside in the first place. And then
Do we get the sense that things could come in, or is it more of a like
it's-
one-way sort of thing?
no, it's definitely large enough for people to go in and out of. I mean, it closes up probably at night. It closes up, but when it's open, it's like a storefront window that you could open up and easily get through. Not an issue. Yeah.
But it's
Okay.
currently closed.
It's open.
Oh,
It's open. That's how you talk to the kids.
gotcha.
Yep. It's a big, large window, bay window. And then you have the door at the other end, and this door here on the west, you don't know where they go. But based on the construction, you'd probably guess that one of them exits the Loomlurch. The one on the left exits the Loomlurch. Okay?
Okay.
Squirt. You peek out of the bag,
Yes,
and
definitely.
the corners of the rooms are dark and shadowy, and you can see, because you've seen it many times, boggles leering in from the shadows. There are 4 of them, one in each corner, and they're eyeing you walk past. Not you, obviously, but the group.
I'll steal their oil.
I want that oil. They look like some good oil over there.
You say
Shoot your
anything?
final form.
Are you saying this to the group?
No, I'm mumbling it under my breath. Again, you're just hearing like some weird murmuring coming from Oscar's bag. Just like,
You really need to shut up.
You really need to try and figure what your plan is. Over here.
I don't have a plan.
That's pretty obvious.
Come now, don't dilly dally. Back to work. She looks at all the kids who are watching, and the kids get very sensitive. They oh yes Granny, and they start to work, and you can see Nall is more assured that he's doing his job. He doesn't look up. The other 2 girls, they get back to their work quickly as she scolds them. Where are these tin soldiers? They should be supervising you right now. Boggles, can you make sure you keep an eye on them? And she walks out, and you see the Boggles. They start to smile in the dark, shadowy corners of the room.
There were 4?
There are 4, one in each corner. So one like up here, one over here, and 2 back
Okay.
before, yeah. Come now, come, follow Granny. Follow Granny. You see Granny take out a ring of skeleton keys, and she unlocks this door.
Where does she stow the key away, or does
She does. She stows it away in her robe that she's wearing.
I will follow close behind her.
Gotcha. All right. So you enter into this next room here. This is a sort of like a spiral staircase chamber here. I'll read you the description. So this room, you can see that there are 10 brightly painted structures resembling little wooden houses that line the walls of this room. Each small house has a 3-foot-high hinged door. 4 of the doors are open, and the other 6 are closed. A narrow staircase ascends the circular wall. Near the foot of the stairs is a painted wooden box, 3 feet on a side, a crank protruding from one side of it, causing it to resemble an oversized jack-in-the-box, is at the foot of the stairs. This is the same type of jack-in-the-box that you saw at the parlor. So she walks in and she kind of bangs on one of the houses, and a couple of the doors open, and tin soldiers exit and look at her, stand at attention, and salute. And she says, "Back to work. The kids should be making more in the workshop." They don't say a thing. They put their hands down and march into the workshop area. What do you do as you see these tin soldiers marching past you?
How efficient! What a great system you have here.
Yes, I think it is. It's excellent. It's great because they do exactly what I tell them. Unlike the children sometimes, they don't have the respect. Now, come.
Why not just have a bunch of these then? They seem more efficient than children.
Oh, I do. Again, I'm here for the children. I'm teaching them a thing or two.
Did the children make this box? Looks like a fun toy. And she'll point to the Jack-in-the-Box thing.
Can I trust you all with a bit of a secret?
Of course.
These are no average Jack-in-the-Boxes.
Oh, and what are they?
Well, let's just say I have a bit of a pet. Likes to play with these.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like a blink dog or racer beast or
No. This pet will make anyone think twice before attacking Loomlurch. And I'll prove to my sisters that I'm the one in charge. I don't want to give too many of the secrets away. I can't give too many of the secrets away, but let's just say it might be one of the most fearsome creatures that anyone has ever seen.
Guess you know my ex-wife.
Married, Quentin. I didn't know you were married.
I'm not.
He's referring to Lemon. Come, we have more to see. Come. She takes you up the stairs, and you're gonna go around this little bend here. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna put you in a new room, a new side of the map here. But do you see a door at this sort of little landing midway through the staircase?
Yes.
You hear some scratchy, rough voice barking orders in the room. And you hear words like, "You call this a seam? Unbelievable. Do it again." And more shouting and some whimpering of children.
Who's working in there?
Oh, nothing. Just a pincushion. Follow me. And
Pincushion that
when she says
speaks.
that, Squirt, you immediately recognize the voice. Pincushion is another animated object like you. Pincushion is a miserable wretch who demands the kids to sew and make clothing all day long.
Yeah, Pincushion works for Granny Nightshade. Pincushion,
Son of a prick, that's for sure.
He's kind of a prick, yeah, definitely.
Oh, your puns never cease to amaze me.
It's amazing, right?
You think he's like nice and soft and squishy, but nah. You get too close and he'll hurt you, or she'll hurt you. They'll hurt you.
Do pincushions have genders? Do you have a gender?
No, I'm a they. We went over this.
Forgive me, I struggle with these things.
Whoops, I
Feels like it's been weeks.
It does. It feels like it's been so long since we talked about this.
I apologize. I'm moving in the wrong direction. I made a mistake on the map. But you still hear it
North is
from
left.
the door. Yeah, we're going in the wrong way, wrong direction. Maybe she'll even see some of you start to head up that way, thinking that's the way you're supposed to go, and she'll say, "No, don't go up there. That's where the children live. Come this way," and she'll bring you through this door right here. So that would be the dormitories, and it makes sense because this is the middle spire that kind of pokes up out of the tree trunk. So that makes sense in terms of the direction that Will would be headed. So move yourselves into that hallway now as she continues to lead you.
Bob, could I make note of sort of, the different rooms we're going in case we ever have to go back, depending on how far she takes us, that we could figure our way back?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. This is not, you've only gone to a couple rooms so far. I'm not going to make you like you have to remember these places. You can do that for sure.
Okay.
It's only been a couple rooms. So move yourselves into this room right here. All right. So you enter into this circular chamber. This room has 3 doors and a wood-carved staircase that ascends to a higher level. The walls are a dense tangle of tree roots and brambles, nestled among which are 5 portraits. One of them, of a svelte, dark-haired woman, and the others depicting hags. In fact, 2 of them are very familiar to you. One of them is Granny Nightshade. Another is Bavlorna. A third, you would assume, would be Endolin Moongrave. I'm going to let you see a couple of things here in a second, but Granny is going to say, "You wanted art," and she points to Quentin and the rest of the group, and she says, "These are my sisters." Now,
You said there were 5?
there are 4. Sorry, there are
Oh.
5 portraits. Yes, 5 portraits, exactly, yes. Mhm.
Who
Yep.
was the 5th? I'm assuming that the 4th one was Tasha.
So you can take a look, and in a second,
Okay.
she says to you, though, "I'll be right back with the surprise for Boomy." And she heads up the staircase. "You can admire my family art for now." And she leaves the room.
How big are these paintings?
They're large. I can show you a picture of one.
Like taller than me, or
Yeah, probably yes. They're like a large, full-bodied portrait.
Oh shit.
as soon as she's gone, I'm gonna turn to Quentin and like scream, whisper. You know, like when you like whisper, but you're like whispering.
Yeah,
really
stage
loud.
whisper.
Yeah, like how the hell am I supposed to smuggle this out of here? It's taller than me.
Maybe not as tall as a human, full human, but like Boomy size, but definitely bigger than you.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
Tasha's cute.
Yeah. So this is what it looks like. There's these brambles all over the place clinging to the wall. And between the brambles, you can see the artwork. And this is the one of Tasha. I think you had already heard that. But this definitely makes sense, right? So there's Tasha. You also see a hag with a wind-up key in her back, one empty eye socket, and a wooden eye held in her hand. That's clearly Skabatha. Then you see a toadish hag depicted in one of the pictures, and that's clearly Bavlorna Blightstraw. And then you see a hag that looks very much like basically the best way to describe her would be a skeletal hag. She doesn't look like she has much flesh on her, and her face is kind of gaunt and hard to see even in the picture. It's more like face is more concave. And then you have she's wearing a theatrical contraption that somewhat resembles a dress. Yeah, a dress. And let me show you. I think I do have pictures of these to show you. But yeah, so there's a 5th portrait as well. Let me see if I can show you these. If I can. I don't want to give you anything that just has more. Yeah, there we go. This is actually okay. It's a player handout.
Oh wow.
Ugh.
There you go.
So
Terrifying.
the painting is of that sort of.
Basically, yes, except as
Okay.
if she's posing for a picture rather than it just be
Okay.
character art. Exactly.
Gotcha.
You've seen Bavlorna, you've seen Granny Nightshade, so now you have a vision of Endolin Moongrave.
And what's the 5th portrait?
The 5th, you say?
Oh god. By the way, does any of Skabatha look like flesh?
She looks
Like-
more wooden than fleshy. Yes, no flesh that you can really see, or at least
flesh.
it's covered
Okay.
with paint, and so you're not sure.
Okay.
Okay. And the last one The fifth painting. This one looks very, very different than the rest of them. They all look really unique, to be honest with you. But this one is even more different. This looks like an ancient and terrifying hag, much older than the others, and much more of a traditional witch-like hag that you'd see. Give me a history check, or I would take even a maybe even a religion check.
I'll definitely go history.
Yeah.
No.
Anybody
Am I
can make this
still
check.
am I still poisoned? I remember you saying
are. You are.
an hour
you are
went
poisoned,
by.
Yeah.
Okay, so an hour has not gone by since we okay, never mind.
No.
That's an 11.
16.
Anybody else?
I got a 15.
I got over nothing.
Not old enough? No. Okay. Not high enough. Okay.
Is he not old enough?
I meant high enough. Yes. Old enough is what I said. Yes. Dasha,
Yes.
you don't know much about this creature, but perhaps as a child you heard of stories of a great hag, a terrifying hag, Baba Yaga, the mother of witches.
Of course.
Dash is the one that knows
Of course, I'm the
it.
Oh, amazing.
Is
You
it just a
probably thought
picture of
it's-
Keanu Reeves?
Yeah. You probably thought it was just old legend, nothing of substance, but stories are grim.
Dasha knows a lot about Baba Yaga, but would Siggy know any specific details about her?
No, nothing more than the name, the legends. No. Just that she's like the original hag, the mother of witches.
I will let the group know. So it seems like maybe there are not 4, but 5 sisters, or maybe there's a mother or a grandmother, or
Well, doesn't mean she's
Yeah.
necessarily in the area. I've been here quite a while, and I've heard nothing for at least physically being around.
Although I don't think that these sisters would be competing for rulership if there was such an entity also present. I mean, predators rule over their domain. I don't think that something like that would share power.
Is there a reason they all look so different? Are they all cursed in some way?
perhaps.
CJ, Squirt has been here.
Mhm.
You've never seen a witch like this come here.
I've never seen a. This,
Um,
it might just be one of those paintings of people put up of another religious figure in the house. That religious figure probably never shows up, but they put it up anyway to show reverence to that character, to that person, that kind of thing.
But when we came in, she said, "These are my sisters."
But yeah.
Well, she said it was a family. The
Family art, and that her sister's
So-
portraits were, yeah.
So,
They're related to Tasha.
yes, they are related to Tasha.
Tasha's adopted, so just be
Yeah.
aware of that.
I was going to
Is
say,
that
she doesn't look nearly
true?
as strange as the rest of them.
Yeah.
I mean, none of them really look at all related. They just all, the 3 of them just all look terrible in their own unique way. None of them, if I saw the 3 of them together, I would not expect that they are related. I would expect maybe they, don't know, just
No, I mean, we
subscribe
are
to the
dealing
same
with
sort
the-
of magic.
We are dealing with the Fae here. I mean, can't a goblin be related to an ogre or something like that? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just making things up.
I think that related is the correct word there, but you make a point. Yes.
I know we were supposed to be looking for the painting, but should I be worried about this surprise?
Absolutely.
Quentin, I was gonna say, is there anything in the rule books regarding surprises like this?
No,
Can I-
no law of surprise.
Slightly unrelated, but can I do an Arcana check on how hags make more hags?
Sure, go ahead.
You see, when one hag loves another.
They go out and they kidnap
16.
a child.
A 16, you said?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a long process actually. Usually they're not it's not real relationships. They're not like children in the typical sense. It's a ritual that goes on through long training sessions and kind of mentorship, and eventually over time their forms and mannerisms will become more exaggerated and things like that. So the ones that you see here, these 3, 4, 5 hags, all look very unique because, again, their features over time through this process have become grossly exaggerated. So
Can I
they
do
don't
an
need to be blood related to be mothers and children and sisters.
So you're saying like the longer, like the older they are, the more deformed or different they get? So Tasha, we could assume Tasha's the youngest then, in that sense?
Again, the features would be more exaggerated. Not necessarily they look older per se.
Okay.
They look more exaggerated to their features, to their, quirks, personalities, and such. So Tasha she looks very different.
A great
If I had to
author,
pick,
too.
I'd rather look like Tasha than the other 4.
She's a very good author. If you ever go around, you could probably pick up a book by her.
Can I do an investigation check on the portrait of Bavlorna that I'm supposed to be taking?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
See if there's any way I can...
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
It's a 10.
A 10?
Mhm.
You go over to the portrait of Bavlorna, and you can see there's a lot of thorny brambles kind of covering it. You just kind of push aside one of them to see like the bottom of the frame and see how maybe it would be lifted. And you pricked yourself. You look at your thumb, the little tiny droplet of blood coming out. And when you look back up, you can see inside the picture of Bavlorna, it's no longer a still frame. You see Bavlorna there. She's looking over your family, your mother, your father, yourself, and your brother, Rowan.
And we're in the painting now?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And she's looking
moving?
looming over the 4 of you, smiling, an evil smile.
Are we moving? Is it like a moving picture? Like
It is. It's moving. You can see your family, almost like they're gathered for a family portrait, as if they were to be painted.
And are we the same ages that we would? Because I don't think I know my mother and father. Actually, I don't know if I remember them. Is this like a revelation? Is this like Harry Potter and the Mirror of Erised sort of?
Well, you were how old when your parents died?
I think we were stolen from them when we were like babies or toddlers.
Oh,
so
stolen
maybe I
from
have
your
like
parents.
a vague
Right.
memory.
Right. Then yeah. Then it would be more of a revelation. Yeah. You'd see these 2 people who you instinctively know are your parents, but you may not recognize them totally. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And is Rowan like the same age I remember him when I saw him last? Or?
Yeah, I'd imagine you see yourselves together as young children, the same age when you were split.
Okay. Can I touch the painting when I see it? I think she'd kind of like instinctually like reach out and try to like make some sort of connection with her family on the picture.
You can. Do you use your bloody thumb finger? You do? Okay, interesting.
Actually, she's wearing gloves. No, you know what? She's
Oh yeah,
right-handed,
you are wearing your gloves. You're 100%
Yeah.
right. So it would maybe the prick got your forearm or something.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll just use whatever. She's right-handed. I'll say.
So you use your forearm to smear your blood all over the painting? That's normal.
Yes, exactly.
We're all
No.
staring like that must be what the candy's
Do
doing.
we
now.
see? Do we see the picture change as she's doing this as well?
No.
We don't. Okay.
Actually, you do.
Uh,
Wow, you do.
oh.
Yes, you do. Yep.
Oh, what have you done? Oh no!
Siggy, are you okay?
She's just staring up at it like transfixed, like slightly horrified, but also like seeing
Oh,
her
she's
family.
going to be so upset.
You hear the door
I-
open from the staircase.
I didn't do anything.
From the top of the staircase.
Yep, and you
How-
hear
how-
creaking sound as footsteps start to approach down the steps.
I
And you can see both the young little child Rowan, who's about 8 years old, and Siggy and her family in the portrait.
Oh fuck! Oh my god! I thought you were going to say that Rowan was coming down the stairs. I was like, what? What, Bobby? What? No! Oh shit! That's not
No,
a
you hear-
surprise for me.
You hear the wooden footsteps of Skabatha approaching.
I'm gonna go to Boomy and I'm just gonna grab him on his shoulders and like hold eye contact. I am fairly certain that we're about to have to kill this witch. I don't know
We're
what
gonna
the
die.
surprise is.
We're so gonna die.
I don't know what the surprise is, but I'm pretty sure she knows. And whatever Siggy just did is going to give it away. So, be ready.
Charles, I want
Like
you to know
nodding.
something.
I'm gonna can I shake Siggy or can I see
She's
if
just
it
like-
snaps out of it type of thing?
Give me an insight check or Arcana check.
Did anything happen when she touched it?
Nope, it's you just put your hand there. It felt like paint, felt like a canvas, and the people inside had no effect on it. It just seems like almost like you're touching a television, right? It's like the people inside are just moving about on their own accord, and you're too far away to interact with them.
Rolled a 14 insight.
You get the sense that because she pricked her finger, and the blood, came out, that made it about her. The picture was made about her.
So I can't. Okay, but can I? She's not like hypnotized, or can I kind of?
Nope, she's
Snap her out.
totally, accessible. She's fine.
I'm gonna roll my sleeve up and just smack my hand against the thorns.
You grab a handful of thorns, and your hand is bloodied now. Not damage, but you can definitely you feel the thorns enter into your skin, and the image starts to kind of vanish, and then a new image reappears. Give me 3 people in your life that are close to you. Family members, preferably. Sorry.
Okay, so his
that
ex-wife, his young daughter,
What?
and
He's got a daughter about the age of Siggy and Boomy.
This is all canon now.
no, she's younger. She's younger than them.
Like a Luke and Leia.
He's in his
situation here.
20s. Like his daughter is not 16. No, his daughter's about like 5 years old. Half elven. His wife, elven, and probably another Eladrin of the summer court, male, probably not looking similar to Quentin, but definitely like they are cut from the same cloth, like same
Like
sort of
a brother, or is it?
no,
is it someone you work
more of
with?
a like brother in service of like
Gotcha.
like someone that like it would be his best friend.
This makes
and
perfect
that
sense.
was
It's
at
people you
court.
consider family.
Yeah, so it is
Okay.
it is like the only person. It is probably the closest thing he would consider to a brother. As someone who grew up with at court.
Gotcha.
And so looking very also like well put together and well groomed and having very having more. Well, actually, I guess he would he would be half elven, not full elven,
Gotcha.
but still having like very like purposefully more fey features to try to like from like just like contouring of the face and like the way that they've styled themselves. But yeah, I would say
Sure.
those would be the only 3 people.
Sure. So you see a bright scene where you've got your daughter maybe running into your arms, your wife looking on as you've just come back from a long mission somewhere with your again kind of a brother in service, and everyone, you all see us and you don't recognize the people obviously, but they look like they're important to Quentin. And Skabatha finally gets to the point in the staircase where she can see you all. And it's as soon as this image pops up, she peeks out and sees what you're all up to. The image of Rowan disappeared from the portrait.
He has a moment of like just kind of looking and seeing the image of his daughter like running into his arms, and then just like looks down to turns away very hesitantly towards Siggy. You need to focus right now. and is going to look up to Skabatha, who's now, I'm assuming, talking to us.
Yeah. She
Siggy,
has...
like, nods. And she's like, okay.
Siggy's pulling it together.
Yeah, she's trying to.
Okay. Got this. Skabatha has a terrifying object in her hand. Squirt, I assume you could see this too. You peek out to look at
I'm
it.
peeking out.
It's a a dummy, a ventriloquist dummy. And it looks just like Boomy.
That's so much worse!
No.
I thought it was going to be a painting!
No?
Oh, that's horrifying.
Wow, that really looks just like me.
And look, it even has similar clothes that you're wearing right now. You see your cleric vestments that are, maybe covered by most of your armor, but the ones that are protruding, you can see the dummy has the same.
Did you hear of the monarch's arrival in Prismere and create such a fine gift for him?
No. This I've had for years. She looks at you all and she looks right, then she kind of focuses and narrows in on Boomy. You see, many years ago, one of my sow pigs gave me this. Found it at the carnival.
It's a cell pig.
Pig
Oh,
girls. It was the pig
girl,
girls,
pig face,
I guess.
yeah.
Okay, so it was the pig girl.
Yeah. Gave me this. It blabbers on. And Christian, I'm going to put you on the spot here, but she says, it blabbers on about, random things. All sorts of personal secrets. And she puts her hand under the shirt of the ventriloquist dummy. And Boomy, share with us an embarrassing childhood secret.
Oh, geez.
I'll give you time. I'll give you a chance to think about it. She's gonna
Yeah.
do a couple of other things before she says it, so you could think for a second. She goes.
Yeah.
She puts her hand underneath and she starts to make a move. And she goes, "Isn't that right, little dummy? I never had a name for you, but now I think I know what to call it. I call it Boomy." And she will. The ventriloquist dummy will say,
Stop making fun of me. I didn't do it. It's not my fault. I don't know how to play the game.
"Yes, you see, this was an embarrassing little child. Apparently, didn't know how to get along with others. You think you threw up in the schoolyard one day? That's always fun to hear a recount of." And,
That
yeah,
like
you
a
just hear
second.
"Bleh." The dummy the dummy vomits out just like a squirt of water or something. But yes, I've had this in my possession for quite some time, never knowing exactly who it was based on. Now I know. And so I know why you're here. I don't know why you put this elaborate ruse up. You could have just came to me. Of course, we can strike a bargain.
Always bargains.
Usually bargains here aren't usually very fair.
Oh no, I'm I'm by far the fairest of my sisters. She points to the portraits around, and she says, "Oh, isn't that a lovely one?" And then she'll walk over and purposely prick herself and bring back Bavlorna's image. No blood comes out though. It seems like she's made of wood, but she'll grab the branches and it'll do have the same effect. You can see like a
Quentin's just
thorn
wrapping
that
his
gets
hand
stuck
in
into
a
her
cloth.
wooden hand. Yeah, exactly. But she looks to you all and says, I was so hospitable to you. We drank tea, we chatted about fungus, and now you try to lie to me. Old Granny
Well,
cannot be lied to.
If we're being fair, we were lying before the tea.
Of course you were. Everything was built on a lie. Now, Boomy, I assume you'd love to be able to keep a secret again.
I've said nothing but the truth.
I would.
Yeah.
It would
What'd you
allow
say,
me
Mike?
to.
Oscar just said, I've said nothing but the truth.
Oscar has been very truthful this game.
Very true. Go ahead, Boomy.
I would probably, kind of put my head down, like, yes, I would. It would allow me to redeem myself and my, my domain, with my fellow clerics.
Yes. It would be a shame to not be able to keep top secret information from generals. Other generals. What if you were captured? Give away all the battle plans.
That may have happened once, and I vowed I wouldn't put anyone else in harm again.
And perhaps the time you wet yourself in front of the girl you loved.
It's like watery-eyed now.
What does the dummy say about that? It's just water.
I shouldn't have drinking all that water. Too much.
Well, let's cut to the chase here. Perhaps we could make a deal.
Go on.
There's this hooligan running around the woods. Goes by the name of Will of the Wild. Have you seen any of my flyers? The wanted posters?
I have.
Oh,
I
well.
saw one.
You bring me the Will of the Wild, and I will give you your voice back, so to speak.
Why do you want him so badly?
He's a nuisance. A thorn in my side, and she flicks the thorn off of her finger. She says, he's planning something, I know it. He's trying to free all of his friends. I will not stand for it. I'm doing more for these children than he ever could. And he's got some help, I can tell. One of my oil cans also left with him. Squirt.
How could an oil can be useful to someone trying to free children?
Oh, I can assure you, he's nothing of the sort. Not useful at all. In fact, Squirt was one of the worst oil cans I had. It needed boggle oil all the time.
Can I say, if we were to bring him to you, how exactly do I gain my ability to keep a secret back? What does that have to do with the doll?
I will transfer the ownership of the dummy to you. And then once it is in your possession, you can take your voice back from it.
So, Boomy just needs to have the doll? It's not magic that you possess, it is just the doll.
It is. It is a magical doll, yes. You
But-
get the sense that he might need to attune to it.
But the doll itself is the key, not you.
Well, the magic comes from me. I must be the one to relinquish it.
Quentin's just like in his head, unless it's relinquished from you. Like,
That's what I'm trying. That's what I was
has to
trying
stop
to get
himself from saying it.
That's what I've been trying to get at here. Just wondering if it's just
Almost positive if we fought her at level 3, we would all just be massacred.
Yeah.
We are level 3.
Exactly.
I think we could take it.
I really think you're overestimating our ability to take on a hag.
We
have a
did
deal?
okay. We almost took down Bablorna, and we went into that fight real messed up.
Do we have a deal, Boomy? I assure you would like to keep your secrets.
I'm gonna quickly look to the group and just see if I can read anything off their faces regarding
Just to be
whether-
clear, you're saying this deal is if we bring Will of the Wild, this child you're looking for, if we bring Will of the Wild to Loomlurch, you will relinquish this doll.
Absolutely. And if you bring me that troublemaker Squirt and the rest of the getaway gang, I'll make it worth your while.
In what way?
I'll give you treasure, trinkets. Is there anything you'd like? Anything you've seen in the workshop?
Give us a
Anything
hint.
you've What?
Well, I mean, perhaps a letter to let Oberon know that I didn't realize that this was his wife I was talking to. That would be a good start.
Quentin just looks over at Oscar. He's like, "We're gonna have to talk about that, you and me."
Ooh, like magical weapons, magical items.
I don't have those, but something that I have that you'd be willing to take. You bring me the rest of the getaway gang. It's all yours. What would you like?
We need
Have
a
you
painting.
seen anything you've wanted?
A painting.
A
They're so-
painting?
They're so enchanting.
So,
Why would you want one of my family portraits?
Well, it seems that they can show other families as well, and I saw my parents in once, so you could say it's a family portrait for me as well. She leaves out Rowan, though.
I guess I suppose. I'd have to think that one over. Let's see if you can bring the getaway gang. Then we can discuss it.
so we bring Will of the Wild, your oil can, and the rest of this getaway gang to Loomlurch, your home, and you will relinquish this doll, and you will give us something that we require.
That's correct. It's a simple
And I
transaction.
expect that this deal would be binding, and breaking such a deal would, well, I'm from the Feywild as well, so I don't think I need to explain what happens when you break a deal.
Of course not.
At that, I think I'm gonna agree. I'll say, okay, we can bring you these hooligans.
Excellent. And it's at that point that you hear wailing from outside. It's a sort of a scream, cry perhaps, but not of human or humanoid sound. It's coming from clearly those scarecrows that are supposed to be alarms. You could tell they don't sound like human voices, but they are yet a shrill cry. And Granny looks out towards the doors here, especially this door right here, because you could hear the sound a little better from that door. And she says, "Oh my, what if the scarecrow's seen now?" And she walks out and she says,
What?
"Come, we should."
He's standing in front of the door, and as she approaches, he's just gonna put a hand out. And is she still on the horse, or is she walking at this point?
She's walking. She's walking.
He's just gonna put a hand out and not put it on her shoulder, but about an inch before, unless she just walks right into him. Let's stay inside. I think we have some things to discuss about the deal that we just completed.
This can wait. I need to see what's going on in my garden. You should
Oh,
all
that's
wait in the
exactly what
parlor.
I mean. I suppose that this is probably the fastest deal that you've ever made and had it successfully finished.
I don't
That's the
get what you're
getaway
saying.
game.
You just needed us to bring them here. Well,
As I said, we just needed to bring the getaway game, your oil can, and Will of the Wild to Loomlurch.
Turn
And
towards
we've already
Siggy.
done that.
I turn towards Siggy and say, "Are we the baddies?"
There is definitely angry murmuring coming from the bag.
Bastard, you son of a, you! I can't believe I'm gonna. If I had all my oil, you sons of, I'm gonna tear you. You don't even wanna. I'm gonna get you.
I think he's just anxiously glancing between Oscar and Granny and the painting, and back to Oscar, and back to Ruby, and back to Quentin.
She sees all that's unfolding around her, and the general sense of what you're doing, it comes to her, and she smiles, and she looks at all of you, and she says, lovely. I see we've got an old friend in the bag here. And Squirt, if you'd like to reveal yourself at this point, the oil can is out of the bag at this point.
These bastards, you sons of, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna rip your heads off. You turned us all over. This for some little
Charles,
freaking
Charles,
doll,
please,
and this is-
please, Charles, make it shut up.
Charles
is
will put his
all-
hand over the spout of the oil can, and I guess that muffles the sound.
Now, I'm assuming that since we've seen how secure your home is, it's not something that you need to handle personally, and that your forces can handle this. However, I do not think a tin soldier or a boggle or whatever this terrible creature that you claim to have in your basement or attic could finish this deal. And it is binding. So, the monarch awaits. And he just gestures over to Boomy.
I'm sure in your summer court, you would not close a deal until the items are in hand. Wouldn't you agree?
We did not say we would bring them to your hand. We said we would bring them to Loomlurch.
How do I know that that is the getaway gang? How could it not be just a random centaur wandering too far into my gardens?
We do have the kettle, whatever you want to call this.
Oil can. Yeah.
So you found a kettle in the woods.
No.
It's not
This was with the
evidence.
children. I mean, isn't this obvious? We had arranged a plan with them to come here, and we brought them here. They're literally here.
Yes. You know, Will, Zena, Sloane, Bobby, the little kitty.
Give me a persuasion check.
Am I still poisoned?
You are. Yeah.
Probably gonna be an 18. It's an 18.
So stupid.
Of course. Please. Let us finish the deal. As you said, it requires more discussion. To the parlor, where we can finish our tea and drop a nice final contract. And she starts to walk with the puppet through the hall.
I already agreed to the deal. You already agreed to the deal.
Yes, then let's reward you. Come.
Are the rewards of this deal not already in this room?
A deal must be done over tea. It must be
We've had
completed.
to.
All right, then bring the painting. That was.
And the doll.
You can bring the painting. Yeah, she has the doll.
She'll like pick up the painting. It's like bigger than her.
You can take it off though. It's fine.
Squeeze it,
Just
yeah.
careful with the brambles. Yeah.
She'll bring the painting. We need a bag of holding, guys.
I don't know if a human-sized painting can go into a bag of holding. It's still only like a bag that's like this big, right?
True.
Move
Oh,
yourselves
can I-
along
can I-
back towards her. She's moving. She'll wait for you, though. She won't go too far ahead of you.
Did you ever see the Thomas Crown Affair? You just break the frame and put it in a case, and it's fine.
Well, can
Yeah.
I? Is it on canvas? Could I like take it out of the frame and roll it up? Potentially.
Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah.
Okay. Whenever we finish the deal, that's what I'll do. So we can
Just start kicking the frame.
As you pass through the workshop, the tin soldiers stand at attention, and Nal, Sung, and Philomena are kind of scared by the cries, but a bit curious as well as to what's going on. And Scabatha says, "Well, dearies, it seems that your new friends have betrayed the getaway gang. It won't be long before you're reunited with that motley crew." And Nal and the rest of them look to you all in horror as they feel betrayed after having that conversation with you.
Can we do like a wink, or can I?
My
do
God, please don't do a fucking stupid wink in front of the
Do a wink.
Well, I mean, we're like walking behind her, so I'm assuming
There's also tin soldiers and boggles like everywhere.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
There are tin soldiers
about
and
those.
boggles in here.
Also, these are children. They may not keep the lid on.
The
Oh,
boggle,
he's lying.
Yeah.
He's lying.
I see.
So Boomy has this mental conversation in his head with Quentin and Oscar, where they're like, "Don't you dare say anything about do winking or anything." And he's like, "You know what? Not gonna wink.
Fine. Fine.
Not gonna wink." He's like, "No, they would not like me winking." All right.
Except we're the baddies now.
Practice all week on my winking, and we always have been.
Boomy, come sit next to me, and I'll transfer the energy of the dummy to you.
All right. I hesitantly walk over. Sit down.
Yep.
Next to her.
Yep.
All right. I do that. Let me see. Where's my character?
More tea,
Also-
anyone? Has yours gone cold? She'll pour more tea into each cup.
I would love one of those mushrooms I didn't get a chance to try. Do you have an extra?
Of course. And by the way, the wailing is still going on. You hear
Yeah.
the wailing outside. It's been a continuous scream the entire time. Nothing has changed. Of course. Says after we do this deal, we can go out into the gardens. I'll capture the getaway gang, and you can have all of the honey prickle umbrella suckles that you want. Whatever the name of the
Hummingbrella, I believe is the one.
Hummingbrella. Yes, you can have as many of the hummingbrellas as you like.
And just to remind me, so she said that the Jack in the Box is her pet, or
The toy.
oh, it's a toy for the pet. Okay, that was what I was confused. I was trying to remember, like, what was the Jack in the Box connection to the pet? Okay.
Do you want to inspect the Jack in the Box?
Sure. Since I was gonna stand over here anyway. I was gonna stay standing. So yeah, he'll like kind of mosey around, just kind of like doing the thing, like hands behind, doing the dad walk, hands behind the back, and just
Wait,
kinda, like,
what?
looking around.
I never heard this. The dad walk?
Yeah, you've heard of the dad walk.
I'm a dad. I've never heard of this
Yeah,
walk.
I know.
You do the dad walk. You don't do. It's just the way you walk when you're a dad.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not.
Ah.
Even, it's not called the dad walk. It's just the way
Is
you
it
walk.
hands behind your back? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's
Like,
the
Does it
hands behind
require white New Balance sneakers to do?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I do put on my New Balances, my cargo shorts.
Yes.
I
I actually made a direct choice today. We had a field trip, and I was gonna wear cargo shorts, and then I said, you know what? I wore like gym shorts instead, because it was I didn't want to be labeled as the dad. So
dad.
I made a specific decision this morning. Anyway, so you sit down in the parlor. I see Siggy's token. I see Oscar's token. Where's Boomy?
Boomy is for
I'm
some
right
reason next to the boggle, I think he's confused ugly creature for ugly creature.
I have. I thought that was.
Oh yes, I would love to speak with you, Moongrave. As the boggle just.
Gotcha. And Quentin, you're doing the dad walk over to the Jack in the Box.
Yeah, just kind of moseying around, like just casually looking around the room, trying to also continue to play off that he is confidently doing like a deal here and not scrambling for every inch that he can get,
Gotcha.
and will just try to look at the a little closer at the Jack in the Box.
Sure. So the Jack in the Box, and we'll do this real quick while she's getting settled on the sofas and is gonna transfer the secret over. She's sitting on the Jack in the Box sits in the corner of the room, and it's green. Is the paint the base paint is green?
Huh?
And I think I might show you a picture of this soon. I just don't want to spoil things. So, but on the decorating the box are small children playing, frolicking, and a puppeteer's hands with strings, kind of like a Metallica Master of Puppets front cover album, strings leading down to those children. And it's got a red knob on the silver crank outside.
So I'm not sure. I know you said that the picture of Endel and Moongrave is a little different than the one you showed us, but the one you showed us has her pulling strings of people. Is the painting representing that as well?
No, this is different. The one you saw there was more like a theater production. Looks like a stage and a play.
Okay.
While the same theme of the Puppet Master is there, this is slightly different. This is children, and they are like playing, frolicking in a field.
Okay. Does there look like anything magical about it?
No, it looks very mundane. But
Mundane. Okay.
yeah, I mean, but you don't know without casting detect magic or something.
Okay.
She says to you while you're inspecting it, if you'd like to play it, it's a lovely melody.
Oh, well, I don't want to interrupt our conversation. Perhaps after we finish this, I could play a melody of my own. I love, commemorating any fine moment with a song or a tune, especially a deal well struck.
Anything you'd like. This will take just a moment. Now, Boomy, are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
He is closing this door, by the way.
Sure. You're closing the door. Yeah. I gotcha. She, that's fine. She doesn't even seem to notice that you're doing anything. So you close the door.
Okay.
That's fine. Boomy, she takes the puppet, and she lets you hold it. It feels sort of surreal that you have the puppet in your hand. It looks just like a mini you. It actually, you get the sense that even though you're putting your hand up its back and you are moving it around a bit, that it almost like looks back up to you, and you didn't really mean for it to do that.
I think that would cause me to jump. I would jump at that.
Now it's nothing more than a dummy. Two dummies sitting in a seat.
I shall call him Mini Boomy.
Mini me. I know, right? Where's Squirt right now?
I don't know. He was grabbed by somebody, wasn't he?
I think it was
Charles.
Oh, yeah, Charles grabbed him.
Yeah.
So
yes.
we'll just say Charles and you are here next to Oscar in the seat.
Okay, yeah, I left my.
Does Charles have a mini?
I have
Charles
to get him
does not. He needs
a
one.
token.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll get him a token for the next one. I think I've said that for the last couple of sessions, but yeah, I'll get him a token. So you sit watching this happen, and she starts to like close her eyes, meditate. And what's a secret that you've been afraid to tell? Nothing that too revealing. Nothing.
Yeah, I would just say, in my earlier days in the, with the clerics, I I
Your
didn't tell
monastery.
anyone I couldn't keep the secret, and I went on a mission and I blew it. I basically exposed the secret that ruined the plans and people got hurt, type of thing.
So something along the lines of you divulging information,
Yeah.
critical information, in sort of the military sense. And
Yeah.
so this idea comes to your head, and you don't feel the need to say it aloud. You feel like,
I can keep it.
yeah, this is private, and no one else needs to hear it. The puppet is yours to command. It's basically a puppet at this point.
I'm going to use the puppet to say, I think it worked.
Yeah.
And the puppet's going to say,
Hey guys, I think it worked.
While this is happening, Siggy is in a corner, slowly, quietly taking the frame off the painting and like rolling up the canvas and folding it up and putting it in her bag.
Sure, that's fine. The screaming of the scarecrows continues outside, and she looks to all of you, and she says, well, it appears the getaway gang is here. I'll go claim them.
Well, let's not be hasty. As you said, why not have a bit of a tune to commemorate the moment? A deal well struck is a fine thing.
Give me a persuasion check.
I have a sense that we already know what the number will be.
Yep.
What's great is that I actually have rolled really well, but I've also rolled really shitty alongside each one.
You may celebrate as you wish. Play a tune. However, I will tend to the gardens and make sure I claim the getaway gang before they get away again.
Well, you are part of this deal. I would not
The
play
deal
a
is done.
tune for half of the party.
The deal has been done. You have your
Yes.
secrets back, and you have your portrait. Now,
Exactly. I think that you know that tradition and hospitality, while maybe trivial to some, are not here. And I beseech you to abide.
well, I guess the charade can be over at this point. You've received the deal. It is done. Now, I will go claim my prize. And you will stay here. And you'll play your song. And she gets up from her chair. And she says, no need to get up yourselves. I don't think you'll be leaving for a while. And the chairs that Boomy and Oscar and Squirt the Oil Can start to wiggle and move. And the creatures that you are sitting on are not chairs. They are mimics. And they come to life
Dick!
and will attack you. Next time on Tabletop Bob.
Oh, they're mimics! Mimic chairs, no!
Oh Lord.
Mimics
So-
can't move very fast, so we just gotta get
I think
away
it.
from them.
Yeah, I think at this point we are going to go into initiative combat. Next time we play will probably be the finale of Loomlurch. CJ, you'll be with us for at least one more session,
Yeah.
and we'll see
I'll
what
be here.
kind of type of damage
Squirt's gonna
Squirt can do.
squirt.
There's boggles in the other room.
I've closed the
TPK.
door. They
TPK.
can't open doors.
No, Squirt wants a boggle.
I need the bottle.
Oh,
I need the
never mind.
oil.
I mean, is it just like you just like go up to a boggle and just drain the oil from them like a grape to a raisin, or do you have
Yeah.
to like wait for them to
Like a mosquito, I gotta-
to make oil?
They make
Right.
oil
I'm
for
like
a
a-
lot of reasons.
It's like a
Also,
mosquito.
are boggles extremely vulnerable to fire since they're just covered in oil at all times?
Yeah. They might have to find that one out. Find out next time on Tabletop.
Next time on
if you're a
Tabletop
Patreon
Bob.
subscriber, you would know that.
That's
You know,
true.
that's-
That's very true. If I
Don't
was a
forget to like
Patreon
and subscribe.
subscriber.
All right. Well, listen, everybody. We're going to close the stream here. It's about 11 on the East Coast. Sorry for some technical difficulties, but it's all Christian's
bad.
fault.
Yep.
So it's fine.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. To be honest, it's kind of good. We left at a good stopping point. Had we had that extra time, we would have started combat probably at the stop. So,
Yep.
it is what it is. we'll pick this up next time for sure and finish up Loomlurch, and then we'll move on to the next part of this incredible adventure. I'm excited how it's progressed so far. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel. Follow on Twitch. You can also subscribe to Twitch as well. Thank you for the new subscription to Brian, from Brian on Twitch. Thank you for becoming a Twitch member. And then also, if you'd like to support the channel, there's links down below. And I think we're gonna get close. I think, Dasha, we can probably make Siggy's D&D Beyond character soon.
Oh, awesome.
Because the Monsters of the Multiverse came out, so I think the fairy is now available to you. So we'll get Siggy's character made up on D&D Beyond, and that you can see the character along with Boomy, Oscar, and Quentin. And I guess, yeah, that's it. CJ, sorry, your character's not available, but it's okay. Gotta get Wild Beyond the Witchlight Sea Squirt. All right, everybody. Oh, so we can say something, CJ?
I was gonna say we could do Icewind Dale. You could meet Edmund Brycene, friend.
Oh, we could.
Elf and man.
We could. Maybe we could put Edmund's character up there, yeah.
Or other people's too.
Or Rogal's, maybe.
Rogal, yeah, Team Rogal.
But you know Joey. Joey's gonna make his character? I don't know. We'll see.
It'll be Rogal V3.
V3. Nice. All right, so anyway, more to come. We'll pick this up next week on the 21st. See you all on the tabletop. Have a great night.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
Thanks for watching.